today we only got Madam Maseti as the member of this committee, with myself, Muzuvugile Nkize, who is going to be chairing today's proceedings. And I've got also the secretariat of this committee being Madam Lilane Jansen van Vieren. I will then like to take this moment to welcome also the members of the public that are following us through the various live streaming platforms. Welcome to the Special Regulator Executive Committee meeting number 409 of the 15th of August 2025. It's scheduled to run from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, and hopefully will be done well within that period, because we only got two items, substantive items that we're going to be dealing with today, both of which are emanating from the Electricity Regulation Division. With me is Madam Nomfundo Maseti, who is a full-time regulator member, primarily responsible for pipe gas regulation, also assisting as the acting full-time regulator member, primarily responsible for electricity regulation. I will then proceed, Madam Maseti, as we started also with the three items coming to this open part of the meeting. We just want to check with you if you support the agenda as presented by show of hands. Thank you very much, Madam Maseti. I also do support. We'll then proceed to go to item 4, which is the declaration of interest. Any verbal interest, any interest to declare verbally in this meeting?
None from my side, Chair.
Thank you very much, Madam Maseti. I take it that management, they've got none. I also have got no interest to declare, but I would just request your indulgence in filling in the declaration of interest form and sharing it with the Secretary, Madam Jansen van Vieren. I will then like to give the opportunity, maybe Madam Maseti, if you may just proceed straight. I won't say maybe greet the members who have already said they kind of got a hang of your voice. Let's proceed to regulator reports, which is 5 and 6. The approval of the reasons for decision for the municipal and private distributor tariff applications for the 2025-26 financial year. Over to you, Mr. Matebula, the Executive Manager for Electricity Regulation at NERSA, and your team, please.
Chair, thank you very much and appreciate the opportunity. And I should also indicate my special appreciation to the regulator members for availing themselves to consider these two matters that we are bringing before you this morning. I believe that it's something that we could have dealt with a bit earlier than done today, and we will endeavor to improve on how we manage this going forward. But the items before you, Chair, this item specifically that we are dealing with talks to the reasons for decision on the applications that were brought before this committee for approval of municipal tariffs, as well as the tariffs of private distributors. And this talks to 177 applications in total, Chair, which were considered during the month of June on specific date, the 5th, the 9th, the 12th, the 18th, as well as the 20th of June 2025. So this document talks to the reasons for the specific decisions that were made for each application that was considered, each of the 177 applications that were considered during those sittings of this committee. So, Chair, I would like to hand over to Ms. Matlaku just to touch on specific details regarding this submission, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Matlaku.
Thank you, Chairperson. Good morning to you, members and management and colleagues. As indicated by the EM, yes, the submission that's before us this morning is to present the reasons for decision for the municipal and private distributors for the financial year 2025-26. Chair, it's already also been indicated that NERSA received a total of 177 tariff applications, which were published for stakeholder comments on the NERSA website and also on other social media platforms. NERSA received a total of 131 written comments from stakeholders for the period during which the tariff application had been published. The comments were analysed as part of the evaluation of municipal tariff applications to which they relate. And additionally, there's also a detailed stakeholder comments document that is attached as Annexure 2. The REC considered and approved the tariff applications that were tabled before it over the 5 meetings which were planned for the 5th, the 9th, the 12th, the 18th, and the last meeting being on the 20th of June, where the last batch of tariff applications were considered and approved. All the municipal tariff applications were approved based on cost of supply, which satisfied the provisions of Section 15 and Policy Position 23 and 27 of the Electricity Pricing Policy, and also achieved what Municipal and Fiscal Powers and Functions Act defines as a baseline tariff for municipalities. The process which the energy regulator followed in considering these tariff applications were supported by which were supported by cost of supply studies. They were classified under 2 categories. The first category being the tariff applications which were based on new cost of supply study, and the second category were based on tariff applications that were based on legacy or previously noted cost of supply. The new cost of supply study were assessed based on the compliance to the cost of supply framework, which followed the 5 steps within the framework, while the legacy COS applications were also previously noted by NERSA based on the same. Considering the number of municipal tariff applications that needed to be dealt with, it was considered efficient and effective to draft these reasons for decision, which focuses on the general considerations applicable to all, but does not in any way tamper with the individual municipal tariff analysis sheet, which is attached as Annexure 1. So the reasons for decisions are not a consolidation of the substantive evaluation and consideration of each municipal tariff. The reasons for decisions for each municipalities are detailed in each tariff analysis sheet. Chair, having said that, the recommendation this morning is to request REC to approve the reasons for decisions on the municipal and private distributors tariff applications for the financial year 2025-26. Just to also indicate, Chair, that the treatment of confidential information on these have been duly approved by the FTRM. I will end there, Chair. As indicated, there will be a separate presentation on the Ekurhuleni municipality. Thank you, Chair. I'll end there.
Thank you very much, Madam Matlako. Madam Massetti, any comments from your side?
Thank you, Chairperson. Chairperson, I don't have comments. I take note of the analysis, and the team has maintained the decisions, and the comments were incorporated of the decision that were taken in June. It's just that they just have to make sure that that they're accurate, the final comments when we took the decision, so that they are part of the reasons for decision. That's all that I can say, Chairperson. I have signed the submission, and I have noted that for each municipality there is a detailed analysis of the tariffs, and it shows the reasons for arriving at the different decisions, looking at the merits of each application that was before us. With that, Chairperson, I support the approval of the reasons for decision. Thank you.
Thank you. Noted, Madam Massetti. Mr. Matebula, Madam Matlako, and the team. I've got my concerns with the predicament I've had, but I would say that my concerns are around the writing, because we want to have reasons for decision and we don't want to second guess what is there. I check it that a document of this nature must be able to talk on your behalf in your absence, not needing explanation. And since we've got different contributors who are in any event focusing on particular municipalities, the consolidation thereof of this document shouldn't be a big challenge. But it is the writing that you need to really work on. If you go, for example, on page 38, you see the tables that you are having. You've got under the same AC model Fontaine, you've got two, and you've got, because you've got table 2 as performance indicators, then you've got table, what should be table 3 is table 1, and then when you are talking, when you go to page 38 under 7.17, you're also referring to table 3 above, which table 3 is not included. When you go to municipalities, the annexure, right? The first portion, which is on page, just missing the page, where you list all of them. Yeah, it's page 11. You've said the name of municipality, but in essence, you've got the distributors, because AEC Model Fontaine, for example, is not a municipality, but a private distributor. The same would apply with Sasolburg and Sasol Synfuse and others. So please, if you can just correct that. And then also, when it comes to being the regulator, I think there's a need to be clinical in how we write these things. We're talking that we've got 177 we had 177 tariff applications because the Phumelela local municipality transferred its licensed supply areas to Eskom. I think if we can indicate because you're indicating as to when that happened and when it was approved from our side. We need to indicate that, because here you're talking of the Council's resolution of the 13th August 2022. And therefore we need to be able to clearly outline that. I think the other issue that I had a problem with relates to even in some instances where you put dates like under 1.5, where we need to put the year there. I understand that you did some of these things under pressure, and I'm looking at even before we get to language editing, that you deal with these things as from a quality assurance point of view, and not really burden the language editors with work that we ourselves should be doing. Even if you look at 3.1, there's a need to write. I'm saying this because by and large, all that is contained here is actually we captured the essence of what we was deliberated upon, and the important thing is then to be able to put it properly, under one document. You've got, for example, under 66.14, you are saying that namely, you've got 8 private individuals, 18 related to City of Cape Town. And if there is a continuation of private individuals, we need to indicate that one read. I'm saying if we can, just to make it clear, so that when one reads this document, it's not questioning or having some ambiguity as to what you really trying to communicate. That would be my great plea. I can go on and on in other sections, but I think you are getting the message in terms of just a cleanup, quality assurance on the document, even well before it gets to the editor. Because I think that this is in your purview too, as a division, to sort out. Over to you, Mr. Matebula. I don't want to delay you.
Yeah, Chair, I take note of your guidance, and we will indeed work on this thing to ensure that even if this document is read 10 years from now, the reader should still be able to make sense of what the document is saying. And so we take note of the enhancement, Chair. We will make the corrections on this current document, and also ensure that future documents are improved in terms of the flow of information and the language itself.
Okay, then. Thanks for that. Madam Asset, I see your hand is up.
Thank you, Mr. Mkhize. Mr. Mkhize, just to add, I know that I already indicated to the team what kind of improvements needed to be made, and it's probably one of the reasons why it was late. Just to also add that under the recommendations, when we took the decision, the consistency is important. For instance, when they deal with the decision itself, under, I will say, to give an example, under Cederberg municipality on page 114, 115, they did not record all the components of the decision that we took, because we stated all the things that must be included. So it's a list of not just 3 that they have mentioned on page 115 for the Cederberg. And that's not the only municipality. I'm just giving an example of what they did on Cederberg. Then if you look, for instance, as to the decisions, the way that they were supposed to have been recorded, you look at 133 for Chief Albert Luthuli municipality. You will see there that they are quite detailed. We've got a list of about 6 of them. And those are the things that we mentioned were for each municipality, that the tariffs must be approved, that the municipality must submit the smart energy energy losses report, and then the municipality must honor the account to avoid paying interest. But we also said that we're noting the cost of supply study, and that these cost of supply study cost will be subject to audits and clawback of the tariffs. So all of those things must be included there. And I see that in some areas, those kind of things have not been recorded as such. So they need to make sure that the decisions as they were taken and the consistency throughout is maintained. And that is not the case. And they were supposed to have checked this, because I have already indicated the issue of the quality control before the submission came here, as I had signed and returned it to them. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Madam Maseti. I don't want to repeat everything. I think the message is very clear, but of importance, Mr. Matebula and the team, is like you rightfully stated it, even yourself in responding, to say that 10 years from now, 20 years from now, when someone reads this document, there must be no ambiguity as to what it means, what really transpired, because even these our documents as reasons for decisions, they are also part of what would then go into any legal contestation, and therefore it should be written in a clear language that can be understood and to state what it really means. That's important. Other thing that I recall was that there were some decisions that were cross-cutting, and sometimes to avoid repetition, if you can just go as part of the enhancement, you can just go and pull those out and have them as once in one section that just will cut across, and then you won't have to repeat it over and over again. For example, the issue of really looking at these cost of supply studies in terms of auditing and working on these in detail in conjunction with municipalities. Please, if you may just do that, it will help. So there are these enhancements that you need to do to this document, as also alluded to by the FTRM. I don't want them to, as I said, I don't want to belabor this point. I would, with your indulgence, Madam Maseti, take ourselves to paragraph 14, which are the recommendations under 14.1. They are on page 8 of 8 in the and page 8 of 3213 of the green numbers. It's written as follows. It is recommended that the Regulatory Executive Committee approves the reasons for decision on the municipal and private distributor tariff applications for the 2025-2026 financial year. By show of hands, Madam Maseti, if you support. Thank you very much. I also support. This then dispenses of item 5, but as we have said, Mr. Matebula, we're looking forward to an enhanced document that you will then duly distribute as part of the implementation of the committee decisions. We move on then to item 6. Over to you again, Mr. Matebula. This one is for the City of Ekurhuleni, reasons for decision on tariff application process for financial year 2025-2026. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. And I will not take a lot of time on this one specifically because I want to afford my colleague, Ms. Masike, an opportunity to just deal with the details. But this chair talks to the specific metro or the municipality, which is City of Ekurhuleni. There is obviously special interest on the reasons for decision for this particular municipality. And this was also considered, Chair, with the other 177. So it was not a separate consideration, but we just wanted to highlight the reason for decision for this specific municipality and get approval of the REC. So this particular municipality was considered on the 20th of June 2025. So, Chair, let me allow Ms. Masike to speak to specifics with regard to the decision for this particular municipality. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Matebula. Good morning, regulator members, management, and colleagues. Before I proceed, I would like the committee to note that the RFD for Ekurhuleni was submitted to the language editor for review, and the proposed changes were received last night. They will be implemented after this meeting. Thank you. The reason why we are requesting for Ekurhuleni to have a separate RFD is that there have been several requests from affected parties for the reasons for decision. Because I think one of the reasons is that NERSA approved the tariffs on the 20th of June 2025, but City of Ekurhuleni implemented their tariffs that have been approved by their council on the 29th of May. Chairperson, just to give a background, City of Ekurhuleni submitted a tariff application on the 30th of April. And it was published on the NERSA website on the 2nd of May with a closing date for stakeholder written submissions being the 2nd of June. And we did receive one comment from Renew Consulting. And the decision on the tariffs for Ekurhuleni was made on the 20th of June, as Mr. Matebula has already indicated. Maybe just to also indicate to the committee that the application that was submitted on the 30th of April, I think it was not consulted on, or it was not approved by council. City of Ekurhuleni Council only set on the 29th of May 2025 and approved tariffs. And on the 4th of June, NERSA sent an inquiry to City of Ekurhuleni to indicate or to ask them if the application that was sent on the 30th of April was consulted on, but they never really responded. So upon receipt of the NERSA decision at the end of June, the city came back to NERSA to ask for a withdrawal of the application that was sent on the 30th of April and submitted a new tariff application that was then approved by their council on the 29th of May. But we could not process the new application as it was submitted in July, which was post the 20th of June, that was prescribed by the Minister of Finance. So the purpose of the submission is just to request the REC to approve the reasons for decision for City of Ekurhuleni for the financial year 25-26, which will then be published on the NERSA website and shared with the affected parties as and when requested. So when we, just to give a brief background, when we considered the tariff application on the 20th of June, we stated that the municipality deficit has increased from 0.44 to 2.31, and we also noted the decrease in the energy losses from 15.87 to 13.86, and the results of the COS that was submitted and analyzed at the time, or noted at the time, was that the tariffs need to increase by 18.95, and in the conclusion of the COS, it was stated that the municipality is proposing 13.4%, and the municipality was also proposing introduction of basic charges on the domestic customers. For single phase, the COS suggested that 567.93 should be charged per month, and for three phase it was 1,100, but the municipality recommended phasing it in over the period of 5 years. And with regards to tariff A, where the municipality proposed 26% increase on the tariffs, we limited it to 11.32 because they were saying that they are mirroring ESCOM tariffs, but ESCOM IBT, but we noted that when ESCOM submitted their RTP, they suggested that the IBT be scrapped. So we limited the increase to 11.32. And then in terms of tariff I and tariff J, they were all approved as requested. The municipality then introduced SEGs, which were in line with the approved methodology. And Chairperson, in terms of tariff 4 in the submission, it will be replaced with the one that is more legible. And yeah, the stakeholder comments that were received were from Renew Consulting, and it was mainly about the impact of solar installation. And tariff E, basically it was for customers that are using electricity, not solar. So yeah, the analysis was provided in the analysis sheet. Thank you, Chairperson. Let me stop there.
Yeah, thanks, Madam Masike. Maybe before I give an opportunity to Madam Masike to ask any questions, I'd just like to know, because it was in the news, the issue of protests around the electricity prices at the Ekurhuleni Metropolitan Municipality. How does it relate to what we have before us?
Should I answer now or wait for questions from Ms. Maseke?
I think if you may just answer now and then we can.
Okay, if you look at the analysis sheet, tariff 1A1 is an indigent tariff, and it doesn't have a basic charge. So Ekurhuleni went ahead and implemented introduction of the basic charge to the indigent customers, mainly in Tembisa. But we know that A1 historically has been for the residents of Tembisa, and it doesn't have a basic charge. Even NERSA approved A1 without the basic charge. So Ekurhuleni was not supposed to implement the basic charge for A1 tariffs. And yeah, hence the strikes, and the mayor then decided to withdraw the implementation of the basic charge in that customer category. NERSA did not approve introduction of the basic charge for Tembisa residents. Thank you, Chair.
Noted. Madam Maseke, any questions, comments, or guidance?
No questions from my side, Chairperson. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Then I think from my side, I'm clarified, and I think it's going to be important. Again, it's the whole issue of the same comments as for item 5 apply to this item, and please, if you can just work on that. But having said that, I would like us to go to the recommendation. Just if you can just bear with me. And just bear with me. I'm trying to find it. You may assist Madam Masset if you have it, because I don't find the covering submission.
It is on page 21, Chairperson.
Page 21, okay. Because I was just struggling with me. You can just read it out for me to help me out, Madam Jansen van der Veer.
Chairperson, on page 21, there's only a conclusion, which states that for, apologies, let me just open that, for the conceptus of the facts and evidence presented to the energy regulator, the financial year in 2025-2026 COE's tariff applications were reviewed and approved. That was just a conclusion. I'm not sure if Ms. Masike has anything to add, Chair.
Because we need to formulate a proper recommendation. This is what is in the submission. Madam Masike?
Chairperson, we are asking the REC to approve the RFD for City of Ekurhuleni. We will there's no recommendation stated on the RFD, but yes, we will enhance the RFD to indicate that the recommendation is actually the fact that we are asking the REC to approve the RFD for Ekurhuleni. Thank you.
There should not be an RFD. You should not do that to the RFD. You need to have a proper cover submission, which cover submission will then have the recommendation, leaving this RFD separately. And you have not done that. And then we just, in the spirit of being efficient and effective in taking decisions, so that we don't leave our licensees and the members of the public in limbo with where we stand with respect to various issues that to assist with. We'll proceed to take the decision to approve, whether we approve or not, this decision and reasons for decision document for the City of Ekurhuleni. But I must state that don't bank on it on a different day. We just would not be able, would not proceed. So again, it talks to the issue of the write-up. You all are here, you've got experience in doing this work. You are more than capable individuals, and therefore exercise due care to do this. I'm not expecting us to be discussing the same thing going forward. Having said that, Madam Masset, by show of hands, if you do support the approval of this decision and reason for decision document for Ekurhuleni Metropolitan Municipality 2025-26 financial year tariff application. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairperson. It's not the approval of the decision, just for the record. The decision was approved in June. Today, in the earlier submission, we approved the reasons for decision. Ekurhuleni was included in the 177. However, just for purposes of interest by the affected stakeholders, we had to extract the reasons for decision for Ekurhuleni in particular, So before the committee is then requested to note that Ekurhuleni reasons for decision were already approved in the previous submission, and that the summary of the reasons for decision that are before the committee is requested that they approve them separately for purposes of making them available to the affected stakeholders. Thank you, Chairperson.
The question of semantics, Madam Maseti, was I referred to it as a reason and a decision and reasons for decision document. So here I'm more of the document itself. So it's a reasoning, a decision and reasons for decision document that you are approving. So if we are fine with that, by show of hands. Thank you for the approval. I also support this approval. Again, I'd like to thank you, Madam Maseti, Mr. Matebula, your team, presenters, Madam Mataku and Madam Masike, as well as the rest of the team. I think you're getting the message. You're understanding what needs to be done going forward. And as I said earlier on, you've got the requisite experience, skills, and the capabilities to excel in this space. And I take it you truly do that. Understand also that you've worked under very pressing timelines, and with taking all of that into consideration, one tends to understand where there's been some shortcomings. But as I said, going forward, one looks at even more, quality outputs. With that, I would like to take this time to thank all of you, to also thank the members of the public that are following us through the various live streaming platforms. I then declare this open part of the meeting